boys and girls, another experiment for you guys. This one is commonly called a lava lamp. It's where you mix oil and water. We're going to add a little food coloring so you can see what happens. And the secret ingredient is Alka Seltzer. So to go over my ingredients again real quick, just to be clear. 1 packet of Alka Seltzer. This you can get at the drugstore. Your mom and dad might have something like it. HEB, anywhere. Basic oil. I'm using Crisco canola oil. You could use any kind of vegetable oil. I'm sure that would be fine. A somewhat skinny bottle. Really, it could be a jar, could be anything. Food coloring. I'm going to use the color green because I have lots of green. And water. I have funnels to help me pour. And that's it. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to fill our bottle 3/4 of the way. So that is 1, 2, about 3/4 of the way. If we divided the bottle into 4/4, we're going to do 3/4 of it full of oil. I'm going to use this one, funnel to pour the oil, hoping I don't make as big of a mess. If you don't have a funnel at home, it's just fine. You can still pour. And that is probably at least 3/4 of the way full. I think maybe a little over. So we're going to definitely stop there. We are next going to fill the rest of the bottle, as much as we can, up with water. And I will use a funnel for that as well. We're going to go ahead and fill it till it's just about overflowing, all the way to the tip top. And you can see the bubbles forming. Do you see the water and oil mixing? Or trying to mix. That's the science of it. The two cannot mix, the water and oil. They really do not mix. I'm going to add a little color.
Green.
Green, that's right. See that green traveling down through the oil? Let's add a little bit more. Okay, so now we've got blobs of green floating down there. And what we're going to do now, I'm not going to shake it yet. I'm going to open up this Alka Seltzer. And it's a big tablet. I'm going to break it into 4 pieces. And I'm going to start by dropping 1 down in there. Let's see what happens. Pretty cool, huh? That's why they call it a lava lamp, because it's kind of flowing like lava. So what's happening here, guys, when we added that Alka Seltzer, it's reacting with the water and it's creating little tiny bubbles of carbon dioxide, and that's what makes it float back up to the top. So it kind of floats up there, pops, and then it sinks back down, and then it just keeps happening over and over again. It starts to settle down once the reaction's done, so we can add another piece in there and see if we can get it to react again. Let's try it. Whoa, it's gonna overflow. I'll leave the lid off so we can see that. That's kind of neat. Wow. So we could do this with different colors too. You think we ought to try to add another color in there? I haven't tried this before, but let's do it.
Do red.
Do red? Let's do yellow just because it's a kind of more of a contrast. Kind of looks red even though it's supposed to be yellow. There it goes. Ready for another one? Boys and girls, this is a fun experiment, and I'm going to be honest and tell you the truth. This is the first time I've ever done this. I didn't even practice this one, so I think it will work if you guys do it. I don't think you're going to have problems making this one work. That's as long as you have this main important ingredient, Alka Seltzer. One more.
What happens if you shake it?
Well, I was wondering the same thing, River. Let's see, once we see it's not overflowing so much anymore, we'll put the lid on and we'll try that. So it looks like it's starting to settle down, the reaction. I'm gonna put the lid on. Put it on as tight as I can. And I'm gonna give it a shake. We're waiting. I think probably if we left it sit here a long time, it would maybe separate back out to oil and water. So that's probably what it does. But that's a good tip. Don't shake it until you've already done the experiment, boys and girls, because if you shake it first, it might look like that and you'll miss the super cool part. All right, hope you enjoy it. Boys and girls, it's been about 20 minutes. I just wanted to show you that after we shook that bottle, it did settle back down and it separated back out between oil and water. So that's what it did. You can see it's not reacting much anymore at all because most of the Alka Seltzer reaction's already taken place.